Hey everyone. Today I had a great fucking idea and we're all gonna do it together, okay? There's so much fucking sunlight. I hate the sun! I literally fucking hate the sun. Like, when I was a kid, I kept asking my mom, I was like, why the fuck is everybody, like, so happy when the sun comes out? Like, why can't we get rid of it? And she was like, we need it to live. And I was like, anyways, so this is such a weird angle. I feel like there should be somebody next to me, but there isn't. Um, I had this great idea. It kind of like snowballed into like a couple different things. But I had this idea because I got a haircut today. I don't know if you could tell. Just cut a couple inches off. But anyway, I was like, when I was sitting in the chair, I so fucking badly wanted to ask the person doing my hair, like, what's the craziest thing somebody's ever talked to you about? Because there was this old lady that came in, and oh my god, I fucking love, like, I have a grandma. What the fuck? Okay, so my grandma is like exactly like this old lady. Like, she'll talk to anyone about fucking anything, and you can tell that like all they need is like a therapist, and they would be like so good, you know? But also I love trauma dumping. I love oversharing. So I'm never gonna be like, girl, go to therapy. Like, you do what you gotta do, and if that means, you know, you gotta like come to the hair salon and fucking yap. She was talking about how like her granddaughter or her daughter was getting married to this guy who was a fucking asshole, and she wanted to like kick him out by his collar. And I was like, you get him. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, so I thought in the chair when I was getting my hair done, I was like, I wanted to ask, like, what's the craziest story someone's ever told you, or like what's just like some crazy fucking shit. But I don't know if like I don't know, like, is that I don't know if that was an appropriate question to ask. So instead, we're gonna make a video out of it today, and we're gonna react to horror stories, like hairdresser horror stories, or like for the clients or whatever. But then I was like, no, I have a better idea. Actually, it wasn't my idea at all. I just saw it when I looked up hairdresser horror stories, and um, it was like, what's the craziest story someone's ever told you as a hairdresser while like in your chair? And I haven't even looked at any of the comments, and I already know they're so good. Like, the fucking description like was talking about some fucking person licking ticks. I don't like saying that word. I don't like those bug things. Those are nasty as fuck. Like, my worst fucking nightmare is like having one of those on me. Or a snake. You know, it's like the spectrum. Whenever I see somebody doing a podcast and they don't have a handheld microphone, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Such a missed opportunity. Like, is this just my dream? Also, I'll have to insert a photo, but the person who did my hair, they like, because I had long ass hair, like down to like below my shoulder blades, and they cut off like, just like put my hair in ponytails and chopped it all off. The fucking sickening ass bob that I had. I mean, it was low-key like a fuck ass bob, but like, I've always wanted a bob. But I never thought of like having a bob with my real hair. I always thought of just buying like a wig and like fucking around. But I like saw myself today. I saw a glimpse of what could be, and I look good with a bob. It's crazy. Let's get into the video. Hairdressers of Reddit. What was the most or sorry, let me be a little bit more professional. Hairdressers of Reddit. What was the most WTF story you've been forced to listen to? I like how it's forced. Like, that's why I didn't really feel like sharing a lot. 'Cause like, if I was the hairdresser, I don't care. I don't fucking care. Unless it's juicy, then you can tell me. I love drama. Anyway. Oh, I have a few. Okay, Angelina Ballerina. So, Angelina Ballerina says she has a few. There's 1, 2, and 3. That definitely is a few. I worked in a salon during my teenage years. People would tell me all sorts of crazy stuff about their lives, even though I was about 16 years old. How the fuck? This is probably back when you could just walk into a place and get a job with like 0 qualifications. They're not even hiring, you just get a job. This first one sounds crazy, but it is legitimately 100% true and played out in the salon over a period of 5 years. We had 2 clients, a same-sex couple, Anna and, oh my god, Anna and crazy bitch. Hi, I'm here for my appointment at 11. What's your name? Crazy bitch. This reminds me of Michelle the bartender when she fucking the crazy water bitch story. Like, it's just like, what the fuck are you saying? Do you really like speak? Okay, wait, actually I don't know the story yet. I shouldn't be jumping in, but calling her a crazy bitch with no context is crazy bitch. They'd been together like 10 years and were close friends with another couple who were also clients. Oh my god, there's gonna be cheating. Eventually Anna stopped coming in and crazy bitch refused to talk about her. We had no idea what happened until the other couple filled us in. Apparently Anna and crazy bitch, I don't want to call her crazy bitch. That's apparently Anna and CB wanted to have. Wait. What if her name is Diana or something? Can we call her CBD? We're gonna call her CBD for the story purposes. Okay? Apparently Anna and CBD wanted to have a baby but couldn't afford the IVF, so they hit up the other couple for money, who very generously donated several $1,000s and set up a GoFundMe that raised the whole amount. Yay. Yay. But then CBD got cold feet. She started messing around on dating sites and met a man online who lived overseas in Canada. He was young and model handsome and deeply attracted to frumpy middle-aged CBD. He was also unable to ever Skype or speak on the phone or send photos because he worked for the CIA. I'm sure you can see where this is going. Suddenly he needs money, and CBD started emptying the IVF fund to send to him. Then he needs $100,000 to get out of prison, to be with her. So she flies to Canada with the money to meet with his attorney in a hotel room. The attorney takes the money, promising her online lover will pop over shortly as soon as they paid to get him out. The attorney takes the money, promising her online lover will pop over shortly as soon as they pay to get him out. Obviously that never happens, and she sits in a hotel room for 2 weeks waiting for him before flying home. I would have been like on Google, like, what's the average wait time for like bailing someone out? And then I would wait that long. Actually, no, I wouldn't wait because I'm not this fucking stupid. Let's be real. When she gets home, her and Anna break up. Anna stops coming to the salon, but CBD still comes in and tells us all about her Canadian boyfriend. She still believes he exists and they will be together one day. Oh, and she got that $100,000 of bail money because she remortgaged the house that she and Anna co-owned. Holy fucking shit! Anna, girl, what the fuck? That's crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just insane. Like, first of all, how did it take the whole 2 weeks and then her coming back for the breakup to happen? Like, I would have broken up with them the moment that they said, I'm going to Canada to bail out my boyfriend for $100,000. And then I would be like, okay, what the fuck? Like, can we, like, figure out the house? Because we co-own it, you know? Oh, yeah, I remortgaged it to take out the $100,000 to get my boyfriend out of jail. See, like, I can't even comment any further because I don't know what the fuck this means. Like, is Anna fucked? Or can Anna be like, look, I coned with this CBD crazy bitch Diana, and she lied about me. She lied to me about who she was, and she took everything from me and put me in so much fucking debt. Remortgage the house? Girl, what the fuck? Stop remortgaging the house. Don't remortgage the house down. You're supposed to remortgage the house up, you know? Like, upgrade it. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, the second one. Janice was an older woman who still dressed and acted like a very immature young woman. So she got this new boyfriend, a handsome man about 20 years her junior. She's telling me all about their first date. 6 weeks later, she comes back in to get her hairline touched up, and he's broken up with her. She's bawling so hard I had to let her sit in the staff room as not to disturb other clients. I go to get back onto the floor, and her wizened hand shoots out from under the cape to clutch my wrist. I need to look up what wizened means, because what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, so she had, like, wrinkly hands. She had wrinkly hands. Wizened hand shoots out from under the cape to clutch my wrist. Angelina, she rasps. Angelina. Angelina. Angelina! Sorry, I'm trying to make a raspy voice, but I just sound like Batman. Angelina, she rasps. You have so many different people's hair on the floor here. Have you ever made a voodoo doll? Can you teach me how? See ya, Janice. Heard later from my boss that Janice smashed up his car windshield as revenge. This one wasn't bad. Flip, I don't know what her actual name was, but she made me call her Flip, is terrified of water in her ears. Her name is fucking Flip, if you fucking, like, what? Is terrified of water in her ears, so valid. She sticks her fingers deeply, deeply into her ears to plug them whilst I'm washing her dye out at the basin. When she pulls them out, there's blood everywhere. Her creepy fake nails have cut her ears open on the inside. Holy shit, Flip, you're bleeding. I tell her, let me run and get you a tissue. She replies, no, don't bother. Just touch it and show me. She can see me hesitate and follows up with, oh, relax. I promise you can't catch AIDS off me. Sounds like a story someone with AIDS would try and tell me, in my opinion. What the fuck? Yeah. What the fucking hell goes on in your neighborhood? Whatever it may be, it is both mortifying and intriguing at the same time. And then the way she was just like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, don't tell people what the fuck is a big deal and what isn't. Unless, like, I don't know. No, don't tell people, like, shit like that. Shut the fuck up. Oh, probably okay, next one. Ghastly Citrus. I actually like that name. Ghastly Citrus. Ghastly Grape. Probably the lady who is 80-ish and told me in graphic detail about her life as a swinger. Her description of her favorite penis will haunt me for life. She ended the description with, oh, but my husband thinks it was his I liked best, so don't tell him. Then gave me a saucy wink. 17-year-old me was horrified. 30-year-old me thinks she's a hoot. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, if somebody was telling me about their swinger life, I would be all in. Like, I want to know the details. Like, you know, it's like, even if you're just in, like, a polyamorous relationship, give me the fucking details, bitch. Give me the fucking details. I want to know. We had this, okay, Butter Bunny says, we had this conversation in beauty school and my instructor took the prize for the most what the fuck story. He said he had an older client who he'd done for years. He's doing her? One day she said she really trusted him and then proceeded to tell him that she has sex with her dog. What do you mean? What do you mean? Can you, like, tell the cops? Don't fuck your dog. I'm moving on. I don't want to comment on that. I regret not pre-reading that one because I would have just skipped over it. Oh dear, 2706. Last time I went to the hairdresser, she was the one who wouldn't shut up. I had to sit there for 45 minutes and listen to her go on about how much she hates her husband, who she thinks was having an affair with their neighbor. I couldn't get out of there quick enough. Okay, wait. I am on your side now. Girl, the fucking... Because, like, read the room. If somebody's trauma dumping in the chair, I feel like that gives a little bit of a right for the hairstylist to trauma dump, too. I mean, trauma dump whenever the fuck you want. It's not a big deal, really. Maybe don't take that advice. I don't know. I think trauma dumping is fun. I think oversharing is really fun. Sue me. People have such interesting names. I asked my hairdresser this once. Oh, you did? So this is okay to ask. Okay, I'm asking next time. Fuck it. She told me a woman came into this salon, which is fairly expensive, estimated $40 a cut, with lice, literally ticks, and matted dreadlocks so bad they were unsalvageable. Parts of her hair were pulled so hard by mats and the dreadlocks that they formed scabs that lice and ticks gathered around. You're thinking, maybe this woman is homeless, right? Well, plot twist, she was actually a middle-class woman living in a fairly nice house out by the docks near where I live. She kept the outside of her house beautiful, but the inside was a hoarder's squalor, and with great grime attracts great hordes of insects. She was obviously severely mentally ill and had nobody to see this and find her help, but my hairdresser had to turn her away because they were woefully incapable of helping that woman in the least, and her physical state was risking everyone else in the salon. Apparently, she smelled like she had been skunked about 15 times and bugs were jumping off of her. That's so fucking sad. And, like, oh, that's terrible. Like, the hairdressers must have felt so bad and relieved at the same time, like, sending her away. Because, like, if they can't help her, then fucking who can? And she clearly can't help herself. She's, like, a hoarder. Or, well, allegedly. They called her a hoarder, but that word gets, like, thrown around a lot. She came back some months later for a cut, this time free of insects, dressing and looking better. Ooh-hoo! She said her house was foreclosed on, and it was actually a blessing because it forced her to get rid of all her hoarded possessions and filth, and once she moved into a clean, tidy apartment, she really wanted to keep it clean and tidy. Okay. I'm really glad that there's, like, an update. I would have been so sad, like, thinking about this lady. Like, she would have popped up in my head before I went to bed, you know? Like, imagine being a fucking hoarder and having nobody. Like, the only reason she got saved is because her house got foreclosed. That's crazy. How many people can say that they got saved because their house got foreclosed? She'd adopted minimalism and went from having 4 feet of disgusting matted dreadlocks, no, 4 inches, to just a clean pixie cut. Okay, I love that. Another horror story, though, shorter. A client's husband came in with her ranting and raving about how unimportant hair is. Really? Stood there next to the hairstylist while she was working, bitching about how stupid hairstyling is and how pointless and shallow the job is, and then asked if they had any male barbers on hand. In a women's hair salon, no less. When they told him no, he blew up about how they obviously only care about shallow women's pursuits and how a man can't look nice because women won't let him. Oof. There was and is a barber across the street, mind you. Him getting mad that it's not a women's salon. Like, I'm sorry that the standards for men are so fucking low. So fucking low that, like, there are places that actually want to, like, do hair properly. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Why would a man be there? Why the fuck would a man be there? But yeah, if he really, like, and also, based on his argument, obviously he's just an entitled piece of shit. He thinks that these people, like, literally have their jobs to serve him. And, I just think that we should keep in mind that places like Ultra Cuts exist because men care so fucking little about their appearances. I don't even know what I'm ranting about anymore. Like, is this related to the story? I just hate men. And, like, shut up. Sometimes I wonder if people go to the hairdresser because it's cheaper than seeing a psychologist. And bonus, you get your hair done. My regular barbershop knows that I tip better if you cut my hair without talking to me. Really? Okay. That's interesting. It's like you're low-key like telling them, like, what's that game, the silent game? Like, let's for every word you speak, that's 50 more cents that I get to keep off the tip. And I'm gonna get myself a little snack after if you keep yapping. You know? I don't know. My mom is okay, Chanel. Let's go, Chanel. My mom is a hairdresser, and I recently showed her the option of location sharing with an iPhone. She told one of her clients about it and taught her how to set it up so she could see where her husband is. The next time this client came in, she ranted to my mom about filing a divorce. She told my mom how she secretly shared her husband's location with herself without him knowing. He was cheating, so I don't really want to defend him, but that's kind of wrong, I think. That's like the exact same thing as putting a tracking device on somebody, like, or, well, I mean, that literally is. What the fuck am I saying? She told my mom how she secretly shared her husband's location with herself without him knowing. She discovered that when her husband told her he was working late, he was actually at his mistress's house. Turns out he basically had a second family, and he could have had his secret kept safe if my mom didn't tell her client about location sharing. Everyone should know about location sharing, unless you're a freak. Unless you're a creep freak. Unless you're a freak creep. Pretty insecure relationship already if you feel the need to do such an invasive thing. Okay. Deleted. Okay, deleted. Okay, deleted. Okay, deleted. I honestly think that if somebody is like insecure about their relationship and that leads them to snooping and they actually find something, I don't think that's insecurity. I think that's just like the fucking red flags are like clicking. Like, you know, it's clicking in their head. Like the behavior is not, the energy is not matching. Not the hairdresser, but the haircut recipient. So the client. It was Mother's Day and I wished the hairdresser happy Mother's Day, and then she hit me with, "Thanks, but my baby died." I'm super awkward and it was hard enough for me to even say happy Mother's Day, and I was just like stunned and said, "Oh," and then never talked after that. I was the customer and heard a WTF story from my hairdresser. I had stopped into one of those great clips strip mall shops because I was in a hurry. My wife and I were leaving that night for a road trip to celebrate our first anniversary. I told this to the hairdresser while she started cutting my hair. She thought it was cute that we were going on a trip and said that I seemed like a good husband. She then went on to talk about her horrible marriage, her abusive alcoholic husband, and how he used to beat her. She said she never had the courage to leave, not until he hit one of their kids. Girl, you're better than most people. Like, so many fucking people out there let their spouses like hit their children, and they try to cover it up because they can't accept the fact that they're sleeping with a monster. But Queen, good for you. Good for you. She was able to get this job cutting hair, and it gave her enough income to move out and get away from him. She also said at one point, "I hope you don't hit your wife." I assured her I did not. She was a nice lady and just needed to vent. Her life story made me really sad, so I gave her a big tip. I'm glad she finally found the courage to leave that bastard. Okay, I love that this guy is so like positive. Let's move on. In the reverse situation of this, my old barber back home told me a story the first time I met him about one time he went to meet a girl in another city, but he was worried because she was super hot and he'd never met her. He arrived and was greeted by a beautiful blonde girl who proceeded to handcuff him to her radiator in the bathroom and piss all over him, calling him Mr. Caterpillar. He gave me his business card. It had a picture of a caterpillar. What a guy he was. Went there every month for a year to hear his depraved stories and shit, and say what you will, but I'm more comfortable talking to that guy about anything than anyone else I've ever met. Can't wait to see him in a couple months when I'm back in my country. Yeah, that's wild. Good for you, Mr. Caterpillar. I have to take out my hearing aids when I go, so no conversation is possible. Oh. Why is it travel agents never ask you if you've got any haircuts planned? I pay my hairdresser an extra $5 not to talk to me. I wonder how that conversation went. Like, these people who are so scared of talking, they do things that are scarier than talking itself. Like, paying somebody $5 extra to shut the fuck up. That's scary. The fact that you can do that, but you can't communicate with them, I think we're skipping a few steps. I was visiting another town and saw an old-fashioned barber shop with the red and white pole and everything. I went in and got a haircut. After the first few snips, I discovered my barber was a Jehovah's Witness. Not wanting to walk out with half-cut hair, I had to listen to the whole thing. Well played, JW Barber. Jehovah's Witnesses, like, why does everybody fucking, like, that's the one thing that everybody can agree on. Jehovah's Witnesses are like the worst fucking people ever. I don't have any personal experiences with Jehovah's Witness, but my grandpa's dad was a Jehovah's Witness, and he left his wife in a burning house because she refused to convert to Jehovah's Witness or whatever the fuck they call it. So he literally, like, my grandpa's dad literally murdered his wife. Not my grandpa's mother, by the way, because she wouldn't convert. So that's my experience with Jehovah's Witness. My other experience with Jehovah's Witnesses is them just being incredibly aggressive and scary and coming to your door to talk about shit that nobody fucking believes. I don't know. Jehovah, you can witness this beating because I'm about to give it to you. Who's Jehovah? Client lying to me over the course of 8 years. Loud, obnoxious, cussing up a storm, mixing her stories up, have to pretend I feel bad for her. Says she's dying at one point, told me early on in our stylist-client relationship she had cancer and can't have any more children. Come to find out she was hiding a 3-year-old son from me because of it. Crazy fucking clients, man. She mentally drained me. Used to have a client come in, pilled the fuck out all the time, slurring and smelled of booze. I feel like you shouldn't be able to get service if you're fucking slurring. That's crazy. Strangely enough, when I was last having my haircut, I felt as though I was telling a WTF story. Based on the face and reactions of my barber, I was simply explaining to her that the previous day, whilst I was out assisting my granny with her shopping at the mall, she snuck up behind me whilst I was paying and completely pulled my pants down in front of a busy department store. I was saying to the barber that she's done this several times in public over the years, and with me being 32, it can get slightly embarrassing now, especially when I'm with the rest of my family or in public. I was laughing, but she seemed repulsed by it. I don't know what the fuck to think. Do you? He's cutting my hair while talking to another barber about his weekend, pulled out his phone and showed a picture of this girl. She was super hot, but definitely slutty AF. He proceeds to ask myself and the other barber if we thought she was attractive, and obviously we both said yes. He then goes on to tell us it was his second cousin and asked if it was weird that he had slept with her that weekend. Second cousin, so that means it's your parents' cousin. Or no. What the fuck is a second cousin? Simply put, your second cousin is the child of your parents. Oh, that's so confusing because my mom's cousins are my third cousins. So how the fuck are their children my second cousins? That doesn't make any sense. See what I mean? The family tree just doesn't make sense. I'm getting it, but it doesn't make sense. That's my final verdict. But yeah, that was it. Okay. Or like, I wanted to find like hairdresser horror stories, like, but this is the next best thing. Deal with it. Just kidding. I hope you enjoyed though. I am probably, I don't know. Also, wait, I don't think I've mentioned first video with the mic. So this is a mic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and talking about WTF hairdresser stories. Please leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos, and leave a comment if you have any recommendations or suggestions. Wait, I want to show you my shirt first. Love you to death. Love you to death. Bye.